Hello everyone, this is the Ralph and Rita show. I am by myself because my emergency passport would not take me into France. So Ralph and our friend Colleen, they went on by themselves. I just wanted to let you know, if you ever lose your passport and you can't find it in the airport, that you have to get an emergency passport, and there's certain places it won't travel to. I think Morocco and Paris and Budapest. I might be wrong, but I think those were the three that they say you definitely can. There is a place you can go check to see what country will take an emergency passport. But because our rest of our itinerary went through France, I couldn't go. So here I am in beautiful Calgary. It's a little cloudy, but there's also blue skies, and it's lovely weather here. No rain, no cold, no cooler weather. It's probably in the 70s. It's quite nice. So we will include some pictures of the embassy in Dublin. We were able to go into Ireland from Gatwick Airport in England with a photo ID, but we had to go through Northern Ireland, so we flew in through Belfast on Ryanair. Originally we were supposed to go in through Dublin on Aer Lingus, but we couldn't do that. Ireland wouldn't let me come in. So, and the first thing they said when we called the embassy is that we should have taken care of that in Gatwick, but I wanted to go on our vacation. Our vacation was Ireland, with just a little bit of time in London and a little bit of time in Paris. So I've skipped out on the last two, although I did get to see Gatwick, and it's a lovely area. It's kind of like a little rural country town. And also Stansted, where we flew in from Dublin, it's way far out from London. It's also kind of in the country. My friend grew up there and she was a little jealous. It's not real close to London, although for some reason they called the airports London Stansted and London Gatwick, or the other way around, Gatwick London and Gatwick Stansted. I'm not sure why, because it really fools you. It is not London. If you want to fly into London, you want to go in through the main one. Was it, I've just lost my words. I think it might be Heathrow. That might be one of ours though. I don't know, but you want to go in through the main one. And I wanted to get out of the States before Trump got to England. I wanted to get on my way out of England before Trump flew in, because I was afraid all the roads and stuff would be closed down. So we made it. We didn't have to deal with any of that. It wasn't real hard to get our passport, my temporary passport. It costs $145 for those of you who don't know. You have to bring with you a 2x2 photo for your passport, and you can get that done at almost any pharmacy in Dublin. We happened to get ours done in Kenmare, so and my appointment, I would call as soon as you get there and make an appointment, because sometimes they're booked up. I got lucky and I got in at 7:45 a.m. on Friday morning, considering we were leaving on Saturday. Despite that, we still have fun on our trip. We got to see quite a few sites, Temple Bar. We've had a lot of Guinness. Guinness is one of the few alcohol beers that don't use wheat anywhere near it, so I can have it. Some of the other stuff is a mixture, so and I forgot how much I love dark beer. My husband doesn't really care for dark beer, but the dark beer in Ireland tastes a lot better. So I am here in Calgary, at Calgary Airport, waiting on my flight to Las Vegas. And I will actually beat Ralph and Colleen home unless they get earlier flights for some reason. But it's actually lovely here. So they have a lot of different stuff. I can't think of anything else you want to know about your passport. Definitely don't lose your passport. That is the most important thing. Do not lose your passport. I am super paranoid and I keep it next to my body now, and I keep rechecking to make sure it's still there. Yeah, so just a little bit crazy, huh? So we'll include some pictures with this so you can see the embassy and stuff. When you get to the embassy, you check into this little round building, and then they make you put all your electronics, any liquids, in a little thingy, and then you put it into a locker. Your wallet. I could carry my purse still. I think you could carry your wallet. You just can't have anything dangerous. They just wanted very little, so I was able to carry. I couldn't carry my phone. Ralph couldn't carry his phone, so I carried basically my picture ID and my. I had a copy of my passport. Always make a copy of your passport. It makes things a lot easier. Let's see what else. And bring money and bring your 2x2 photo, so you can get your thing, because they don't take pictures there at the embassy. I think if they did, they would probably charge an arm and a leg. So can I think of anything else? Then you take a little walk out of the circular building into another building, and then you went through security when you came in. You went through the gates, with the ding and stuff if you got anything that you can't have. So after that, you didn't have to really go through security. You did go through the metal detectors again, and it, if it dings, it dings, but they just let you on through because you've already been checked. And they do this with every worker that goes in there, because we got there a little early and the workers were just arriving to work. They do the same thing to them. And then you basically walk up to a window. She gives you some forms to fill out. You fill out the forms, you take them back, get them, they give you a number, and then they'll call your number when you're ready. So I don't think it took longer than half an hour to complete the process. You did have to go to another line to go pay, and then you bring that up to the window to let them know you paid. So like I said, it was $145. Fortunately, the good part of that is you can actually use you can renew your passport within a year of getting your emergency passport, and it won't cost you anything. If you wait till after a year, you're just going to have to redo it and pay the full amount. So that's all. This is the Ralph and Rita Show. Love, peace, and light. Bye, y'all.